Hello, everybody, and welcome to. Is it welcome back? I guess technically it's welcome back to the show that is back because Legends is fun now because there's guilds now. Legends ROADWORK. That's that's the gist of it.
the the series we put dead in the ground, and then you said if you want to continue Legends, you do it yourself. Wokey is back.
Pretty much. And then Legends was like, let's put in guilds, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna play this again. So we're totally gonna pick up where we left
Thank you
off,
for
like
making the
nothing
game
happened.
perfect. Just like Legends. Just like when I left Legends, I pretended like
Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about two new units to put on the scale. We've got Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So we're going to go ahead and start with Vegeta. Okay, so he just came out. They are in two different banners because of course they are, but the banners are also kind of good. So like I'm not super upset about it. How did your pulls for these guys go? Did you pull for them?
yes, I pulled for them.
Uh-oh.
Unfortunately,
Uh-oh.
I did. I got 0 featured units.
So you
No
didn't even get
baby.
baby?
No super.
Oh man,
I
that's
didn't even
brutal.
get baby. I got a whole bunch of. I got EX Rildo and I got EX Goku, and that's about all I got for my troubles. I'm basically getting ready to farm up my last crystals so I can do so I can get my final ticket for Vegeta, and then basically call this thing a wash because that's what it's been like. If it wasn't for the fact that this was giving me guild points, I would say that this would be a disaster in terms of pulling. So I've only had to fight these guys. I can't use them because which is a shame because I was like
That is a
looking
shame.
forward to at least using maybe.
That is a shame. I don't actually use Vegeta. I have him, but I choose not to use him. But anyway, that's a discussion for another time. All right, so his main ability is he draws an ultimate card, which is the maximum final flash. He also gives 25% damage inflicted to all allies. He gives 30% to his special move, awaken and ultimate damage inflicted by allies for 20 counts. And you can do it after 25 seconds. So it's a pretty standard ultimate. It also buffs the team, but it doesn't recover any of his own ki, which is interesting because a lot of ultimates nowadays do that. Yeah.
It's usually what makes them so annoying.
Yeah, it makes them so annoying because if they ever want to kill you, they can do it no matter what. His unique abilities, the first one's called Ultimate Super Saiyan, and applies the following effects to self whenever he enters the battlefield. 40% damage inflicted and 40% blast damage inflicted, and when he enters, he also restores ki by 30. So this dude does a lot of fucking blast damage. I think that's actually the metric that it says under his ability. Just does a fuck ton of blast damage. Then
Yeah,
his
and then
So then his other one is Red Flash, which is applies the following effects to self when the battle begins. Increase the card art's draw speed by 1, cannot be cancelled. -5 to blast cost, cannot be cancelled. And while this character is on the battlefield, an additional 30% damage inflicted by the next arts cards used whenever an enemy switches characters, cannot be stacked. So pretty fucking good. He hits really hard. That's just kind of his whole shtick, is that he just wants to hit the shit out of you really hard. He has a blast
also,
damage card. This is one of the more unique things that he does. Is when he hits you with the blast damage, with the blast card that has the buff on it, it increases the amount of strike damage that you take. So that whoever gets hit by it takes 10% more strike damage, because he's meant to be used as a duo with Goku. Basically, that's what he's there for. His super attack, not the ultimate one, but the regular one, is the Final Shine, which is really funny whenever the voice actor says Final Shine in any game. He always sounds so disinterested. He does it in Dokkan, and it's the same in Legends. He's just like, Final Shine, attack. And it's so funny to me. He just sounds like it could not give less of a shit that what's going on.
accurate to Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Goku Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah, really. So it does minus 30% to enemies' sustained damage cut effects for 3 timer counts. So basically, if you tag in to block it, you're going to take 30% more damage. Inflicts enemy with the attribute downgrade plus 20 to blast damage received. So if you get hit by it, you're also going to get lit up by his blasts, which he already does a lot of damage with blasts. His green card gives him 20% more blast damage and also cancels any debuffs that he has, so it cleanses himself, which is pretty good. And his ultimate is the maximum final flash that we talked about earlier. It completely nullifies the tag in, so if you try to tank it, it's not going to work. It does minus 100% to sustain damage cut effects. And it has a 30% chance to faint, everybody's fucking favorite.
At least that's not paralyzed.
That's true.
That's the only
The only
thing I can say.
The only
about
positive takeaway is that it's not paralysis.
Yep.
And then his double Z ability is 35% blast attack to GT units or Vegeta family units. I don't know of anybody that uses the Vegeta family team. More power to you if you do. But I see the GT team quite a bit. So
Penta and Global Penta.
does he really?
I know
he uses the Vegeta family team.
Yes. I mean, it's Penta. What do you expect?
That's fair.
I think he only pulled on.
That's fair.
It is very fair. That's why he's so top.
That's fair.
He ranks.
So basically,
he's constantly just only playing Vegetas and no one knows how.
He does a lot of blast damage. Doesn't do a whole lot of anything else. Just takes so much damage when he gets hit. He's very fragile. That's the main reason I don't really like to use him. Is that he's just so very fragile.
Yeah, this is kind of the issue with I think the GT dudes in general is they gave them all the attack in the world and gave them none of the.
Yeah, but see, it's mitigated slightly with the others that it's not with Vegeta because a lot of the others have healing abilities. So
Yeah,
like,
Vegeta
yeah,
doesn't have any healing.
will get hurt, but at least
probably
they can.
it would make JT even.
Yeah, well, yeah. If he healed too, they would just never die. But there's definitely a lot of healing on that team that he does not get any part of. So, you know, I think he's okay. What are your thoughts on Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta?
Well, for one part, I really do think that in power, there's like very few. Here's the main thing is because as someone who runs mainly God Key, is that the Vegeta never ends up being a threat because I have Super Saiyan Blue Goku.
Yeah, God, that blue Goku
one,
really eats Vegeta.
Yeah, he eats Vegeta, but also any damage that he does is mitigated because he heals himself.
Yeah, God, that blue Goku is so good.
He's
so good.
And the other unfortunate part is that the Vegeta is all about kind of debuffs in a lot of way, and God Key is another team where it's like we don't care. We literally don't care if you try and debuff us. Good luck trying.
Yeah, they all have the. Oh, that's right, because a bunch of them come with like the natural immunity, right? Like they just don't care at all.
Yeah, exactly. Which is the one problem if you rely too much on them. It ends up being when you fight someone, it's like, well, I'm not doing enough damage. It ends up not being fine because Vegeta does enough damage on its own. But definitely out of the three I see, he's I think the last one I ever have to worry about, just because I know that as long as I play smart, I can kill him before he becomes any big of a threat, because he's the only one that can't really defend himself. That's how I currently feel about him. I think he ends up being perfectly fine. I've seen videos of him on people who actually pulled them, and he does a lot of damage. But that's kind of all he is. And
yeah, he's a big cannon, kind of a glass cannon, which is unique for Legends. I feel like they don't have too many purely glass cannons like this on other teams. I guess Golden Frieza.
Yeah, it's him and Hit. Him and Hit, really, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, and Golden Frieza. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel about him. Is that there's too bummed out that I didn't pull.
That's fair. So where would you put him on the Legends version of the big boy, the large lad scale? Because L's.
I think I'm going to go for the Legends big boy scale. I think this might be a little bit too low, but I'm going to say a 2 out of 5 on the big boy.
2 out of 5? I would probably put him around a 3.
Yeah.
I think he's good, but he's just not appealing to me and what I like in general, so I don't really like to use him that much. More power to people that like him. I think, being red is nice because that yellow Gohan is everywhere. But, like...
Yes, in terms of if you hate yellow...
Yeah, if you hate Gohan, by all means grab this guy. But you know, otherwise it's not the craziest thing ever. He's okay.
Yeah. And I will say, even though I'm talking a little bit of like, haha, who runs Vegeta's family, the three dudes who I think actually buff it, which are the legendary Finnish Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and then the movies Vegeta, the blue one,
Yes,
the one that
the one that
transforms.
transforms into a Super Saiyan. Yeah.
Yes, and transforming Trunks, it ends up being like a pretty fun team. Super Saiyan Vegeta, the recently buffed red one, which is really a shame because if he had just stayed bad for a little bit longer, into being better.
If only.
Um, if only the team ends up being perfectly like more fun and kind of like better than you would expect. So I think that's cool enough as it is. Maybe by the next rotation, it will get to the point where Sun Family, where it's supported every other banner.
Yeah, one of these days where every single fucking banner has a new one.
Yeah, where like the pretty soon we're getting to the point where Sun Family is going to be nothing but LF.
We're almost already there. What is there, 4 of them?
Yeah, there's four of them out of all the LFs, most of the News family.
It's ridiculous.
Uh, it is. So yeah, there
All
you go.
right.
There's Super Saiyan
So
4
he
Vegeta.
got
So he ends up being
a
a 2.5
2.5.
on
Yep.
the 3. Sounds good.
All right. So the next guy we're talking about is, of course, I'm sure you guys can guess, Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I like Goku a lot. I use him all the time. I like him a lot more than Vegeta for obvious reasons. But anyway, let's go into him real quick. So, main ability is draws the card Super Bombardment Fist, which is just a great name. I love that name. He
Yeah, that sounds
restores
like
his
something
own
you make
ki.
in the schoolyard when you're like after you've
my
watched
my
DBZ,
special attack, Super Bombardment Fist.
and then all you do is punch them really good.
Yeah, punch him real good. It restores his own ki by 50, but it only costs 20, so that means you can usually slip another arts card in there too, which is pretty great. Adds 25% flat buff to his damage inflicted, also great. And you only need 25
Yep.
timer counts, so the same time as Vegeta. But it doesn't have all the party buffs, but it restores his ki, so he's the heavy hitter, getting the buffs. His unique abilities, the first one's just called I'm Stronger Now, which is great. Applies the following
Accurate.
effects to self when he enters the battlefield: plus 50% damage inflicted for 20 timer counts, reduces damage received by 35% for 15 timer counts, and restores health by 10%. So every time he tags in, he recovers his own health by 10%, and he gets a ton of damage and defense buffs. The other one is called You Can't Win Against Me, also a good name. It restores his own ki by 30 every time when faced with an enemy. Don't know what that means. Do you have any idea what that means?
I think it's every time they. So when faced with an enemy, I think that means when they switch in,
I don't know.
but
It
also
just
like, but not just switch in because sometimes switch in is um, like if you cover change, that doesn't count as a switch.
so like
You know
when
what
he
I'm
gets 30
saying?
ki when they raw switch, is that it?
Yeah, kind of. I think it's anytime an opponent is here now that wasn't here before, he gets 30 key up. It's the difference is that some that require like when a character switches in, there's certain like actually I don't know what the hell's the difference.
I have
I
no
guess maybe
idea.
if you if you kill someone, then they come in. I bet he gets it.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. Maybe that's the
Sure.
but it feels like for the most part it moves like when you tag in.
I'm willing to sign off on that and say that's probably correct. I have no idea.
Yeah.
And then applies the following effects to self depending on the number of timer counts that have elapsed from the beginning of the battle. 20 counts is -5 to strike arts cost, which cannot be canceled. Uh, 40 counts is 35% buff to damage inflicted, which also cannot be canceled. So he gets cheaper strikes and he hits just a bit harder. He's got the same thing Vegeta has, but instead of it being on his blasts, it's on his strikes, and it increases blast damage received by 10%. His normal super is the 10 times Kamehameha, which actually locks the enemy, which is really good in my opinion. So you can't
Yeah.
switch for 3 seconds when he uses it. So basically, if he's going to super you to kill you, you can't cover change out of it. And inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 20% to strike damage received. His green card is plus more 20 more percent strike damage, and Unlike Vegeta, who cleanses, what Goku does is he puts up a shield, like that God Key gets. So he can't be debuffed for 20 seconds after he uses it.
Not bad.
And then his ultimate attack, the Super Bombardment Fist, applies the following effects to self: plus 30% ultimate damage inflicted, and gain the attribute minus 100% to sustain damage cut. So it does 30% more damage, and also you can't cover change tank it. His Z ability is to GT and to Sun Family, which is both pretty good because Sun Family has 715,000 units on it, and GT is pretty good
Yep.
right now.
Yeah, they got recently buffed by 3 new Sparking.
Quite a bit. All 3 of the Sparkings are pretty fucking good too. We're not talking about Baby in this episode, but he is really good.
He is, yeah, Baby ended up, I think, being this secret, like, actually he's the most destructive out of all of them.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of
I've
his
seen a lot
stupid
of people
support.
say they think that Baby is secretly the best one of the 3. I think I tip my
Yeah,
hat toward Goku, but you could definitely argue that Baby is.
yeah. Like, the Baby basically makes, like, I guess the regen was having, I guess that they
Yeah, he
Baby, and then they
definitely like
decided to add in
the
Baby.
regen, restoration, whatever you want to call it, revival.
Yeah. What if Nail, who just lost 50% of his health, got it all back?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
But yeah, that's Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
So, what do you feel about Super Saiyan 4 Goku?
He's definitely one that I used to not run a physical type in my God Key until this Goku came out, and then I put one
A yellow?
because
Yeah.
yeah, because I think the end up thing that for Goku is that he just deals so much damage that the good thing about him is, I guess the good thing, I guess if you're fighting against him bad, if you're playing him, is that if you can stop him from switching out and basically one turn kill him for with what you got, then his defenses are pretty weak. That even someone like, let's say, Super Saiyan God Vegeta, who's not the greatest in terms of like actual damage, can take him out pretty badly, can take him out pretty easily. I was able to take him out with my physical Beerus and 2 Strike Arts cards. That's how kind of low his defenses are.
Yeah, no, he's definitely afraid of the transforming Gohan as well, because it nullifies his only gimmick, and then he just gets killed.
Yes.
Hates running into that
Even
Gohan.
with that, yeah, that Gohan is his own set of problems.
Yeah.
He ends up being, it's similar to Vegeta. He ends up being extremely strong, and as the time kind of goes on, I like that he's actually built to do long lasting fights because he not only does he get powerful, he actually does healing. So every time he switches back in, it's like, oh, I gotta deal with this fucking. And I was like, the only difference is that now he's better for some stupid.
Yeah, he heals it all off, and then he's stronger than he was before.
So yeah, he ends up, I think, being out of the GT. I definitely like him more than Vegeta.
Yeah, and
And
he has
again,
the
as someone who's
advantage
like not
of
using him just
being a Sun Family unit, which means he gets to team up with both the transforming yellow Gohan and the transforming blue Goku if you want to run that team. It's a pretty fucking dumb team.
yeah, I would agree with that 100%. It's really dumb because he heals so
Pretty
much, and then he also
fucking dumb team right there.
a team that literally locks you in place and then one shots you versus a guy who can versus this Goku who goes away and then comes back stronger versus a Gohan who literally can one combo you in one giant combo, or a Goku who literally just stands there and he's already a threat to you. It's the most annoying 3-way team of a Sun family. So yeah, I think Goku ends up being someone who is perfectly fine to fight against, but I definitely have to treat him a bit more seriously than I do the Vegeta.
Yeah, I feel like it's easier to get
For the
around the
most part.
Vegeta than it is Goku.
Yeah, I've definitely almost been. I've let a Goku survive and then almost been comebacked against. In terms of like, I was winning, now I'm losing out of nowhere.
Yep, definitely. So where would you rank him on the large lad scale?
The large lad. Let me see. How large is this lad? I think I'm gonna go with. He's a 3 for me on the large lad scale. It's better than Vegeta for sure. I just think of when I think of all of the way. This is unfortunate because I feel like if he was released in a before Zenkai World, he would be so much higher.
That's fair. I think Zenkai is so rare still that it's not going to be, at least not for a while. Like,
No, obviously the thing I mentioned, it's like the one little problem of everything of like I understand that this is now what they consider the highest of everything, but even compared to like I think compared to other like non-Legends limited characters, he ends up shining pretty good. That's the weird thing about Legends now is that now there's like different categories of like how is he good for like a Legends limited. For example, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who's Legends limited, I would say that this Goku is probably better than him. Um, just because he does more in the specific category that he's in. It's just unfortunate that Legends has decided that the top of the pyramid has changed.
yeah, I don't, yeah, I would say that. I think he's very
Yeah.
good.
Very good. But yeah, that's where I'm currently leaning. 3 out of 5. How you feel, Zen?
I'm gonna give him a 4. I use him a lot. I really like him. I don't think he's like the greatest character in the game, but I think he's up there. Um, I like him a lot personally.
All right. I think that's good. So we've combined there. Um, probably good at 4. It has to be higher than Vegeta.
Well, Vegeta was only like a 2.5, so this one is good. Yeah, he's what, a 3.5? He's higher than
Yeah,
Vegeta.
3.5.
Yeah. Okay.
Good, good. We have to make sure it's consistent that we understand that the Vegeta is worse than the Goku.
Exactly. This is the opposite of Dokkan. We're back on the normal trail. Vegeta or Goku is better than Vegeta.
Exactly. No simping Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta hours today.
No,
That's
no, we don't simp Super Saiyan
leave
4
that
Vegeta
to
around these parts. Penta can simp that.
exactly. He can alone simp. The sad the lone.
The lone simp. All right, so I'm not going to answer any of the meme questions about the fake guild fees because there's so many and I can't spin a joke that many times. So if I answered more than one, it would just be the same joke every time.
It
So
would, and then at that point you would be a Republican saying the same.
Oh my god. I sexually identify as
Oh, there
somebody
you
that
go.
tells
If you
multiple
want to hear
jokes.
the question, check out to be released where I take the meme question.
I will take meme questions. It's just not the same one every time. You can ask me whatever
No, no,
meme
you're.
questions you want. I can't answer the same meme 6 times.
It's true, especially since you've already been answering it on Twitter.
Yeah, every day. All
All
right. So the first one is from @Garatone. He says, if we were to still get some sort of New Year's step up banner, including a legendary finish, who would you want as the new cards?
um, so I'll go first on this one.
Okay.
Because I have the perfect Legends Limited unit. It's called Aurelie, the first ever crossover legendary finish character. Her legendary finish can be literally she'd be like the LF Super Saiyan Goku where she's got a counter super except for she flings shit at you. So
It just goes through your attacks
um
and you just get shit on your face.
yeah, actually it's not even her special move. That's her card, and if you let yourself be killed by an arts card, not an arts card, a blast attack. If you let yourself be killed by a blast attack, then it automatically goes into the LF. There's no that's who I would like, for sure. The other one I would like, but this would be the dumbest I think legendary finish unit out there. I want a Majin Vegeta legendary finish, but his legendary finish animation only plays if you use it and then lose. So you have to lose. It's an
Legendary defeat.
yeah legendary defeat where like he does the whole like and even you Goku and he blows himself up fighting whoever. And then it says defeat, and then instead of showing a character, it just shows a crater.
That would be pretty good. I would sign off on that too.
Yeah. Um. How you feel? Those are my two. Aurelia.
Um, I would want somebody that I don't want because I've already pulled enough in Legends for a while. I don't really want to keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So, how about Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta? That'd be a good little tie off on the GT thing. I wouldn't have to pull for him because I don't give a shit about fusions. It would be nice.
Yeah.
That's all I need. I don't give a shit about GT. Don't give a shit about fusions.
You know what's great? When I did a summon video for the Super Saiyan 4, someone literally asked me, did not expect you and Zen to be pulling on them because of how much you guys hate GT.
That's
And I think
fair.
I responded with, me and Zen follow wherever the meta goes,
That
even if
you're
we
not
don't like
wrong.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, I pulled for that Super Saiyan 4 Goku STR back in the day because he was the only because I understood a new meta was coming and I needed someone on my side, and it just so happened he was the only one I was able to pull.
So I actually wanted Goku so that I could run Sun Family because I
Mm-hmm.
want to run him with the yellow Gohan and the blue Namek Goku. That was my original plan. And
Mm.
then so all I did for Vegeta was his like early ones, and I ended up getting like 2 Vegetas in the early pulls before I did anything. And I was like, damn it, well I gotta go for Vegeta now and just finish him up. And then it took me longer to get Goku than it did Vegeta, so I ended up having a shit ton of babies too. So, but it worked out because now I run
Man,
Baby, I run Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and I run GT Trunks, and I just never die. They just heal forever.
yeah, that's true. They do. But there you go. That's the. I hope that answers that question. In terms of you
So
want something that you would never want to pull on, which is Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and I want the Aurelie and.
next one is from Koki Globe, everybody's favorite, the crabby sound. I
Nice.
can't do it, but yeah, there you go.
Global
There you
Penta.
go. Yeah. And he says, I was going to ask if you were going to bring it back sometime since you both play again. So my question is, what new tag would you like to see put in the game? Or what tag that is already in the game but might as well not be, like twins, for example, would you like to see get buffed? So make a new tag or buff one that already exists.
Hmm. Would it be cheating to say female warriors? Because I feel like they
I
get
don't think they need to get
enough
buffed
buffs.
too much.
I'm just saying, what if there was more? What if we had an LF that was a
I think
female
I think you
warrior?
can't pick one that's been meta before. Like that's no meta ever.
Damn it. Okay, fine. I want a buff to the tag. Damn it, this was considered meta. I was gonna say universe. I want a legendary finish Ribri, and that's how I would buff the tag universe too. But I guess that technically can't since they were meta at one point. So I don't know. Let me think about it. Did you know there's a tag for just Rib?
Is there?
One character in it, Ribrianne. That's the tag I want to see buffed. Ribrianne.
There is a tag also with just Whis in it. It's just the angel tag. It's only him.
Really, that's
Yep.
funny. Um, there's 3 gender tags, male. Female. Oh, come on, Majin Buu is a dude. I feel like okay, Piccolo, you can actually debate. No, Beerus, you can't. Beerus said his brother Chomp.
Yeah, Beerus and Champa are brothers, so they're explicitly male.
All right, I'm calling bullshit on Beerus being on the unknown. He is a dude.
Yeah, you're not brothers if you're maybe a
Uh,
girl. Also, I would
yeah,
definitely say Boo is also a boy, because didn't he? Why is Super Baby 2 in there? That's Vegeta's body.
unless this is confirming, it's like I don't know. Does Super Baby 2 have a penis? I'm like, yeah, Vegeta had one. So
Yeah,
I
so
sure hope that he
obviously he
didn't
does.
do anything.
Also, why are Android 13 and 16 on here, but Android 17 isn't? Android 20 is on here.
Yeah,
That's just a. Android 20 is obviously an old man.
yeah. Android 20. I guess this is asking. How is Pecan on this? Are you gonna tell me Pecan might be a lady?
Pycon might be a girl, bro. You don't know.
I would support Pecan if Pecan came out as a
How
female,
come?
but I would just say currently, based off of everything we know right now.
So are they saying that if you
Uh,
become a robot, you no longer count as a man? Because Metal Cooler is on here, but Cooler is not. So Cooler is a dude,
also,
but then when he became a robot, he's not allowed to identify as a man anymore.
I guess so. I guess maybe his penis got burned off at some
And
point when he got
when he
launched
got
into
blasted
space.
into the sun, his dick got burned off.
That's why he's so angry. That's why he dick kicks so much in that movie.
That's why he clones himself, because he can't have kids anymore, so he just makes a bunch of clones. Because
This
his
is the
dick got
future that I
evaporated.
wanted. Man, maybe so. I also maybe, okay. This is enough looking at the unknown tag because I'm feeling like it's only. But yeah, I think
Why is
the
Whis
tagging is weird.
explicitly male, but Beerus is not?
Yeah, maybe because there's female angels of his race. Maybe we need to see Beerus's people. Do you think they would, if we at one point saw more, if like, let's say the Dragon Ball Super manga continues, because at this point, waiting for the anime is a fool's gold, fool's ambition. They show a female version of his race as Legends, then have to go back and say, sorry, it turns out
Sorry,
Beerus was male all
turns
along.
out he was a guy the whole time.
Yep,
Hyper Meta
gonna have to
Rildo
change
counts
it
as a
all.
boy, and he's a robot, isn't he? Why are all the androids not dudes?
Yeah, you're right. We're not really answering the question, but we're really like trying
Wait, hang on.
to figure.
Hold up. This is important. Regular Android 13 is in the unknown category, but Fusion 13 is not. Does that mean that when he absorbs 14 and 15, he grows a dick?
He actually gets 3 penises.
Yeah, like
when
he goes from
turns
0 to 3.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe so. This is all so weird. Everything about this cat. Yeah, he's listed under male. So
Yeah.
this is peak male performance right here in Fusion Android 13.
Fusion Android 13. It's as manly as it gets.
Nothing more. And
They
I
really
guess
need to
they also
rethink
put
these gender
Tapion. Does
tags.
Tapion ever say like I'm a dude?
He has a brother, yeah.
This is unfortunate.
He's a brother. They're both brothers to one another.
Hit a man. His head is a penis, so that's the only way you can.
Yeah, Hit's gotta be a guy. How do we know Ginyu's a dude? You don't know.
Actually, you know what? That's true because Ginyu switches bodies. What
Yeah,
if the
Ginyu could have been
original Ginyu
anything.
body? These are all questions that are beyond both of our scope.
Yeah,
and also Akira Toriyama, who created.
It's a whole fucking thing.
Yeah. And did it ever show you? Do you remember? Did I ever show you that manga panel where I really asked why she doesn't have a?
No.
It's great. You should read original Dr. Slope where she's like, she asked him, I want a vagina and a penis. It's unfair that I don't.
That's
It's
quality.
fantastic.
That's quality. Neither one of us actually answered the question,
Exactly.
by the way.
No, we didn't. But there's really like the Otherworld Warriors buff. Oh my god. Janemba's also not on Otherworld.
Is he not, really? Oh my god, he's not. It's just fucking Halo people. And the Goku from the Broly movie, who does not have a Halo.
I feel like we've just like, no. I feel like we just like cracked open a case of like, why does no one consider in Japan Janemba to be an Otherworld Warrior? There you go. Buff Otherworld Warrior. That's my response to Cookie.
Mine is Legends Road. Make them actually good.
Oh yeah, make Legends. Remember, for a brief moment, I thought they were actually going to make every Legend Road character like something like Trunks. Was like, obviously they're going to add a Gohan that works perfectly with his passive, and the answer was no. They
incorrect.
Not until recent.
Yeah.
It's all a mishmash of weird fucking characters.
And they all buffed Legends Road, so none of them are any good, basically.
Yeah, they're only for. I think I remember the Piccolo ends up being okay, but I think he's just literally been replaced.
Yeah, the Piccolo's okay. I think that Saiyaman is decent, and the new Gohan is like decent.
Apparently. considering that he buffs hybrids and hybrids is a dead category, it's like he
Yeah.
does good for a day.
Poor hybrids, man. When are they gonna come back? Never? It's looking like
I
never.
don't know. Looking like never to me. If they can't make, if they have 2 LFs and they can't make that fucking category good, then Saiyans is dead.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, the last one is
All
from
right.
Hyper Gogito, and he says, do you think there will ever be a villain legendary finish? And if there was, who would you want to be the legendary finish? Thanks. You're welcome.
Mm,
My first one that I want is Frieza, and I just want him to blow up the fucking planet if you win.
oh, that one would be really good. I think if there's gonna be one that's gonna be Frieza. I think there's like no doubt in my mind that people were like, could be Black. I'm like, no, they're gonna give it to Frieza first. That's kind
Yeah,
of
it's
how it
gotta be
has to go.
Frieza. Because, I mean, you can make a legendary finish of any of the villains, basically. Because, like, Cell, you could just have him win the Kamehameha, like, against Gohan or whatever. But, like, you could
Yeah.
get really cinematic with Frieza's, which would be cool. Like, I want a final form Frieza from Namek that transforms into full power Frieza or whatever the fuck. And if you win with his ultimate attack, he just blows up the fucking planet, and he's just, like, in space after that.
That'd be very good. I'd like that. At that point, it turns into like a fatality from Mortal Kombat, where
Yeah.
he's like in a completely different screen.
Exactly. That's what I need.
That one would be good if we could actually get original Saiyan Saga Vegeta. Maybe that one as an LF. Remember how he like fucking dusted Nappa? I would want that to be his.
Oh yeah, where he just nuked Nappa
Yeah, that would be his legendary finish for me. It'd be quick, simple, and then you just get like legendary.
with him just
And then when
smiling
he,
that smug ass smile up into the sky.
yeah, and then also I would make it so that every time he does Gallic Gun, he gets and he has not won with the Gallic Gun. His he becomes more and more torn until eventually when you do the Gallic Gun, he looks like crazy.
That would be pretty funny too.
So he does it the first time, he's like, ah, yes, cocky, and then by the third time you do it, it looks like he's been working for 12 hours straight. Like he's been no one's listening.
He's just torn up and pissed off.
Yeah, he has a sign on his door that says, "Please do not knock. I'm busy," and people keep coming up and up. And the last time we checked on his door, someone had actually thrown away the paper on his door. So he's just like, "Fuck this! I don't want to be here anymore." I think that would be pretty good. Also, a Majin Buu that turns people into candy. I think that'd be really good as an LF.
Also good, yeah.
And then he eats them. There's definitely cool stuff they could do. It's just that people need to understand that all the heroes are the ones who actually get finishes.
Yeah, because they actually win. So, like, the legendary finishes for the villains, you have to make them up, basically.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised that the Super Saiyan 3 Goku we got was not the Dragon Fist as his legendary finish.
That's just so we can get one later. And it's going to be on sagas from the movies, and it's going to be fucking ridiculous.
Fair enough. They're saving the very good Super Saiyan 3
Yeah,
Goku
they're saving it, bro.
Oh, why did you tell me this? Now yeah, I think there will definitely be one. Who it might be is kind of be.
And he's going to be blue so that he can counter anyone that counters the Gohan. So you can just run Gohan Bojack Goku.
And then when he beats you up, that giant dragon. It's funny that also, by the way, that only Legends would make an animation where a giant fucking dragon comes out of Goku's fist, and it's not guaranteed feature. So it can be like anything. It's like, oh, thank you for this great animation. I'll enjoy turtles that you just gave me.
Yeah, they picked weird ones. Aren't the only ones that guarantee that you got a new unit are what, Bardock and Trunks?
Yep. Everything else is basically
fucking weird. God, there's so many fluff animations too.
It's so annoying. Yeah. To be fair, I think Dokkan has a good number of them. Apparently, some of them are not guaranteed new unit. Some of them are like guaranteed featured, but some of them are clearly not guaranteed new unit. And the one you want is guaranteed new unit.
Yeah, the guaranteed new unit ones are like few and far between because it's like Zeno, that weird Super Saiyan Rose Scythe portal, and and Trunks kidnapping Mai, I think, are the only ones.
Trunks kidnapping Mai is not guaranteed.
Really? I was told that it was guaranteed the banner unit, like the guy.
I I think I literally watched Nano Sub actually get the unit. He did not.
I don't know. When I said I always get good stuff when Trunks kidnaps Mai, all the comments were like, "Yeah, he guarantees the main banner card."
Maybe he the first time ever.
The only one that didn't do it was Nano.
Damn. Imagine having that kind of. Yeah. Again, I'm not. Though it's unfortunate that LFs are so hard to get. So it's kind of like, do you want any more LFs?
Yeah,
No.
I can't even get excited for them because they're such a nightmare.
Like, no, thank you. It's bad enough that I pulled Beerus, who is both the best and the worst legend.
Yep, he's the best if you pulled him a bunch.
And the worst if you only got him.
Yep.
So I have the worst Legends Limited unit, who hopefully will one day, after 3 pulls, will be the best. But by the time I pull him, he'll.
Yeah, he won't be the best
So that'll be-
anymore. So, rip.
By that point, they will have Zenkai boosted Ribrianne into being the greatest unit.
She'll just be busted as fuck.
Funny enough, this actually recently happened in terms of not accidentally, on purpose, like boosting your characters all the way. They released 6 mana circles for Dragalia Lost, and they gave it to a bunch of fire units who no one was playing as, and now the meta has changed to where now people are only using those units, 3 units. They're like common ones, and now they're the top.
That always happens when people try to do this.
Yeah, it's like
nobody rebalances
yes.
well. You just rebalance and then everyone gets fucked.
Yeah, man. Is that the last one that's not?
Thank you for work. It's back. I don't know the frequency at which it'll come up exactly the same time that whenever we do to be released. So expect it to be equally as infrequent and random.
Yeah.
All right.
As long as we have fun, we will always remember to do them. Especially since we have our own guilds with Trash Ally and what is yours? I was gonna say the Zen Squad.
Well, it was Zen Gang, but then I recently joined Dino in the world of the content creator only guild.
Okay, so now that I know you've joined it, I'm also joining it, but I'm also still running Trash Ally because I left Cookie as the leader for me. So I'm going to tell them to give me updates on how they're doing. I'm going to be running my own guild and also be joining the big.
That's funny. I'm still in the chat for my guild as well, but I made Zihal the leader now.
Oh, wow. So you prevented him from the Rhyme?
Well, I don't know. Rhyme didn't add him. Maybe he could join it. I don't know.
Oh, well, actually.
He doesn't make it's for YouTubers.
We don't know the future.
Does he make YouTube videos?
The Secret Cabal. We might be breaking NDA right now, actually talking about this.
That's true. We got to be careful. Here you go. I'll put you in the chat.
Oh, wait. Oh, we should actually end the episode, by the way.
Oh, yeah. We're still talking. Okay. Yeah. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching. See ya.
Bye-bye.
God damn it. All right.